Alright, so today we're going to learn about using transition words. I like to start with the story Apple Picking Time by Michelle Slauson. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. So I like to read this and really point out the temporal words she uses, and then also ask who's telling the story, what is she describing, do you have any moments like this, and then, at the end of the story, ask, what are temporal words? So after you finish your story, Apple Picking Time, I like to move on and share with students what are transition words, or temporal words. They are words that connect our ideas. They make our story more fluid and really give students, or the reader, a better understanding of what's going on and when did it happen. Alright, so I like to go through this with students because they love to use the word first, next, and last. And that's it. So, some transition words for first, to start with, first, to begin with, to start, oh, I have that one twice. In the beginning, these are words they can use in their writing instead of just constantly using first. So also, next is the word next. Students can, instead of using the word next, use the word afterward, later, after that, second, then. And I like to just go through these last. They could use finally, lastly, third, or in the end. And then I also like to have them try to think of some words they could use, which can sometimes be difficult, but sometimes they come up with some good ones. So here's an example using transition words. So first we gathered all the ingredients. Then we put them all in the bowl and stirred them up. And then finally we placed the balls of dough on the pan and put them in the oven. So it shows the sequence of events that we did. So this part, I will be passing out sequence cards made by Super Duper. I love these people. And each group will get a set of cards. So we've got, so we've got the worm discovering the apple. We've got the worm eating the apple. And then we've got the worm being nice and full. So I'm going to have the students lay out these cards and use those temporal words as they describe what's happening. And so I'll give them the example of the worm and the apple, and I will say, first, the worm discovered the apple. Next, the worm ate the apple. Finally, the worm was nice and full. So I'm going to have the students do that. And then I'm going to share why it's important to use these words. Because what if first, if you're making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, first you put the peanut butter on the bread, but you don't get the bread out, so the peanut butter is where? And so I like to share this little anecdote with students because they think it's hilarious. So after they sequence these events, I'm going to have them do them independently and have them write down their sequence of events.